Uh-oh. What's going on here? Sorry, guys. Give me just a minute. For some reason, it's not showing the chat. If I'm going to do a live stream, I need to see the chat. There we go. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. My name is Jared. Uh, obviously, wasn't expecting on doing a live stream today. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. And I had just like finished my video for today, published it. I was working on some other stuff. And then I saw this email from Mary Rowan, 7.0 earthquake in California. So I don't know if it's that I haven't been doing a very good job at keeping track of natural disasters this year. It felt like last year, like half of my videos were about natural disasters, especially wildfires. Last year was like a pretty bad year for wildfires. I do have like on my spreadsheets, I have a earthquake tracker, but it just doesn't seem like there's been like a lot going on this year. Uh, the biggest thing, I think, when it this year, like when it comes to natural disasters, I think the two big things have been the hurricanes in the southeastern United States. But it doesn't seem to me like it's been a big, like relatively speaking, like a big natural disaster year. So I feel like it's been forever since I've looked at my like earthquake spreadsheet and volcano spreadsheet and stuff like that. So yeah, I got this email. Mary Rowan. Hi, Jared. I saw on my earthquake alert app that there was just literally a few minutes ago a 7.0 earthquake off the coast of California, and people are getting tsunami warnings on their phones. Yeah, let's go to the National Data Buoy Center, and there is this one buoy out here that's in event mode. You can see at the bottom left, tsunami station in event mode within previous 24 hours. I don't know if it updates automatically or if I have to refresh it. I just refreshed it, and it looks like it's still just that one buoy. But I had seen I'd seen some stuff saying that they're evacuating the San Francisco Zoo. Let me see here. Here, let me go to my X account. I was going to be a lot more serious with X. I was going to be so serious that I thought it was worth it to pay for the blue check mark, but then I realized I was going to put more effort into like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. So I kind of wish I could go back in time and undo that. But let's see. Here is a video. This is on X. Visegrad 24, 7.3 magnitude earthquake off the California coast causes tsunami warning. Video from a California resident shows the ground shaking. And of course, I can't like verify that. Sometimes people post old videos or videos from some other event, so you always have to take those things with a grain of salt, I think. RAWS alerts. This is from 11 minutes ago. It has like ABC Channel 7 and like the meteorologist or the weather guy is like talking about this. And the post says tsunami sirens and warnings are going off. Issued for the western coastline after a powerful 7.3 earthquake struck. So tsunami sirens are going off and warnings are going out. Okay, that's what I prepared for this video. Now let me see. Let's look at some more recent stuff. Physigrad 24 says multiple earthquakes hit California, the largest one reaching a 7.0 magnitude. Okay, so we're seeing some different numbers. A couple posts said 7.3. This one says 7.0. I'm going to go to the USGS earthquake website. Let's see what they say. Here, I'll put it on the screen. So it looks like a few recent earthquakes. I don't know if these other red ones, my understanding is that I'm not like a big earthquake guy, but my understanding is that like the red ones are like recent. I don't know how recent, but here's the big one right here. And they're saying 7.0. Offshore Cape Mendocino, California. And then here's all the other earthquakes. I can only assume maybe like aftershocks or something like that. 3.8, 3.3, 3.1. But the big one, as of right now, according to the USGS, 7.0. Okay. Oh yeah. I don't think I read this yet. I saw something saying that the zoo was evacuated. Okay, news. Well, let me just do tsunami. Tsunami warning has been issued for coastal areas in California and Oregon, including San Francisco. The warning will remain in effect from Davenport, California to Douglas/Lane Line, Oregon until further notice. It happened at 10:44 a.m. local time. So that'd be 10:44 Pacific, 11:44 Mountain, 12:44. So it was like Central. So that was like about an hour ago. So the earthquake took place about an hour ago. I'm wondering if like they're going to have like how some of these news sites, they'll have like a live blog where they keep like updating it. I'm not seeing that right now, but oh yeah, so it was initially reported as a 6.6, but now it's a 7.0. No immediate reports of any damage. $5.3 million people under tsunami warning. That's a lot. That's more people than live in Kansas and Utah, I think. Population of Utah. I haven't checked in a long time. Yeah, Utah is 3.4 million as 2023. So more people than live in Utah are under the tsunami warning. More than 1.3 million lived close enough to where they could feel the earthquake. In the Santa Cruz area, this is according to ABC 7 News, San Francisco. In the Santa Cruz area, phones buzzed with a tsunami warning from the National Weather Service that said, quote, "A series of powerful waves and strong currents may impact coast near you. You are in danger. Get away from coastal waters, move to high ground, or inland now. Keep away from the coast until local officials say it is safe to return." Um, what I just read, that article was published 31 minutes ago. Here, I'll sort this by date. Let's go back to X. Let's see. Zoom out. Let me know in the chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, let me know if you felt the earthquake. I know at least one of you did. Mary Rowan, the first one to send me an email about this and how I found out about this in the first place. She sent the email 46 minutes ago, so she like sent it like basically immediately, almost immediately after the earthquake happened, like 15 minutes later. Okay, X. Okay, the spectator index, which is an X account, says breaking: tsunami threat from California quake has passed. We'll see if anybody else says that. Two minutes ago, Mario Nafal, I don't know how you pronounce that. Breaking: evacuations underway in California and Oregon. 4 minutes ago, B&O News Live, all tsunami warnings remain in effect. Some accounts are sharing erroneous information from a message about other parts of the Pacific Ocean. That's why you can't just like believe any one person. And I'm not throwing the spectator index under the bus. That was 5 minutes ago. And then 4 minutes ago, B&O News says no, it's still in effect. I'm going to go back to the National Data Buoy Center. Refresh. And it looks like, yeah, that same buoy is still in event mode. But then again, it does say, like the key at the bottom left says Tsunami Station in event mode. Here, I'll put it on the screen so you can see it again. It's this one right here. Tsunami Station in event mode within previous 24 hours. So I don't know if that means it's going to stay like that for 24 hours. So if that's the case, this may not still be in event mode. I don't know. Let's see. Tsunami warning. There's got to be like a website somewhere, like an official website for tsunami warnings. Yeah, here we go. Tsunami.gov. Put it on the screen. And yeah, it says tsunami warning right now. Issued at 1:24. Is that local time? What? I don't know. My channel's not like it's not necessarily a disaster channel like some of these other ones that do a really good job at covering stuff. But there's that's the area right there. Let's see. So California. Yeah, San Francisco, look. Here's the San Francisco area. The entire area is in the warning zone or whatever. So let me think about it here. I'll make the screen bigger like this. Dang. So if I was living in San Francisco right now, I would try, I guess, try and make it to the. I'm not laughing at their situation. I would try and make it to the mountains or something like that. I don't know if like there's like chaos or anything like that going on right now. I don't know what happens during like a tsunami warning in areas like this, but if you lived if you lived over here, this entire I don't know what you would call this. Like I don't know if this is considered a peninsula. I guess it kind of is, but where are you going to go? You'd have to either like drive south or go across the Golden Gate Bridge and try and get over here. Well, no. Okay, wait. Something I read earlier said like you need to. I don't know if I can find it again. It said like you need to try and get like 1 mile inland. Please don't take this as official advice because I don't know for sure. Let me see if I can find that again though. This might be it. Or maybe not. Well, let me go back to the let me go back here. Click on this. Oh, this is that's for Hawaii. So Hawaii, Guam, American Samoa, West Coast. Recommended actions. Okay, so if you're in a tsunami warning area, so we were just looking at the map, it included the entirety of San Francisco and the whole like peninsula, really the entire Bay Area. Here's the recommended things here. Evacuate inland or to higher ground above and beyond designated tsunami hazard zones, or move to an upper floor of a multi-story building depending on your situation. So I don't know, like if you live in these areas, do they have designated uh, tsunami hazard zones that like is well known? If you know, put it in the chat. I'll get to the chat in just a second. Move out of the water, off the beach, and away from harbors, marinas, breakwaters, bays, and inlets. Be alert to and follow instructions from your local emergency officials because they may have more detailed or specific information for your location. Do not go to the shore to observe the tsunami, or else you will probably be part of the tsunami. I added that last bit in. You'll probably be part of it. Okay, so I had some other things there, but oh my gosh. Okay, let me look at the chat really quick. Jesus is the only way. Says, I doubt a tsunami will hit, to be honest. Teresa Getty, the earthquake happened where 3 plates converge. Gabe Sidham says, drive up Loma Prieta. Jesus is the only way. Every time there's tsunami warnings, nothing happens usually. Yeah, I'd say that's kind of true, like most of the time, but you should still, if you're in that area, please take it seriously. I get what you're saying though. A lot of times, like there's been like a couple other times since I've been doing this channel that there's been like a tsunami warning. I'll hop on just like I'm doing right now, and then nothing happens, and so that's a good thing. But I mean, how do we know if it is or isn't? We'll just have to wait and see what actually happens. CO2 MC number 26. They're saying now that waves are forming. Teresa Gettle, yes, it's a peninsula. They say go to inland 1 mile or up, high off ground. Tyson Price says at Mary JR, I hope that you are okay. I heard that you felt the earthquake. I hope your house didn't get any damage. Do you need to evacuate to higher ground? How close to San Francisco do you live? Leon McBain says good news. Plus one copy of the Book of Mormon shared. Good job. Just so you know, I've only said this like in maybe 1 or 2 videos. I'm not doing the Flood the Earth challenge right now. I need to take a break from it. I'll probably start it back up in the future, but for right now, I'm not tracking copies of the Book of Mormon shared as part of the Flood the Earth challenge, but please continue to share the Book of Mormon. It was just getting to a point where it was just like I was running faster than I had strength, so I needed to take a break for right now. Texas artist Stacy Mayer says the tsunami would head to the west. Okay, wait. The tsunami would head to the west towards East Asia. So if that's the case, I wonder, like, if Hawaii and a lot of these like Polynesian islands, if they're in trouble. Teresa Getty, waves should start to hit soon. Expect 12:10 p.m. Pacific time. So again, that's 1, 2. So that's like 2:10. So that's like 14 minutes from now. 14 minutes from now. Trevor Stevens, any thoughts into all of the drones over New Jersey every night? Government officials say they have no idea what they are. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it on Jason A, but yeah, I don't know. There's been like lights over Washington D.C. that they don't know what they were, and drones showing up over military bases in the United Kingdom. Like I think all of them were joint U.S. UK Air Force bases. Okay, let's get back to it and see what's going on. Okay, I'm looking at X. "18 seconds ago, the USGS earthquake X account just confirming that it was a 7.0 earthquake. Max Velocity, he has a YouTube channel. I watch him whenever there's like storms around here because he does a really good job watching for tornadoes. 36 seconds ago, tsunami warnings have been canceled for the west coast of California and Oregon. Tsunami is not expected anymore. I'm going to wait and see because he's really good. Like he knows what he's doing. So if he's saying it, I'm sure that that's true. Volcaholic, there's no longer a tsunami threat, and the tsunami warning has been canceled. Yeah, there's a bunch of accounts saying that now. So let's look at one more thing before we wrap up. 2024 earthquakes, Wikipedia. Maybe I can update my spreadsheet really quick. And we can compare it. We can compare this year's earthquakes to previous years. I haven't updated it in a while, so give me just 1 second. The link for my spreadsheets is in the description box of each video. I'm going to my spreadsheet called Signs, Earthquakes. Okay, so, and I just take the data that's on Wikipedia. It's going to be accurate enough for our purposes. Okay, so 9 and then 82, 1266, and then 11200. I'm wondering if they already have this one that just happened. Yep, they do. Okay, so let me bring this over here. Share screen. Okay, so this is updated. Let me zoom in. Although I need to update like the death toll, but I'm not aware of any like very deadly earthquakes this year. Last year, yes, there was that earthquake in Turkey that killed many in both Turkey and Syria. The last that I checked, 59,000 people died from that, and then there were a few other deadly earthquakes. Last year, it was the deadliest year for earthquakes in a while. You had to go back to the year 2010 to see a deadlier year. This year, I don't think so much. I'll have to look at the death toll, but excuse me. So this is how we're looking right now for like the number of earthquakes by magnitude. So for 7.0 to 7.9, including this one that just happened, there have been 9. Last year, there were 19. And, right now we're in December. Today is December 5th. So as far as that goes, well, all across the board, really, 6.0 to 6.9, 5.0, 4.0, it seems like it's been less this year. Kind of matches 2020, 2019. 2017 was a pretty calm year, but it did have an earthquake between 8.0 and 8.9. And that's one thing that I'm waiting for. Okay. It's going to happen at some point where we get an 8.0 or above. So the last time that we saw an 8.0, there were 3 all in the same year in 2021. Before that, I'd say that the average was probably about once every other year. If you were to like average it out from 2021 going back, but we haven't seen any earthquakes 8.0 or above since 2021. Nothing for 2022, 2023, and so far, not for 2024. That seems a little bit unusual, although if we go back to the years 1990 to 1993, you didn't have any like 8.0 or above. So I don't know. And this only goes back to 1985. So I don't know how unusual this really is. That so much time has gone by since we've seen a 8.0 or above. But that's something that I'm looking for, because every day that goes by, it's more and more likely that we're going to have one. So, but generally speaking, it doesn't seem like it's been that bad of a year for earthquakes. Last year, yes. And then before last year, I'd say, like I said, you'd have to go back to like 2010. Before 2010, you'd have to go back to either 2008 in terms of like death toll. That one had 88,000, 2005, 89,000. And then 2004, that's when I was on my mission in Spain. And we got word. We were having like a zone conference, and one of the zone leaders brought this up. They're like, hey, there's this big earthquake and tsunami in Indonesia. And those two things together killed over 200,000 people. And this was the day after Christmas in 2004. Earlier that year, that's when President Oaks gave his talk about the Second Coming, and he listed out the signs of the times, including the sea heaving itself beyond its bounds. So things like tsunamis, storm surges, stuff like that. But he gave that talk earlier in the year, the April 2004 General Conference, and then the day after Christmas, you had this just really big disaster that took place. And then 2010, that was the big Haitian earthquake. I don't believe there was a tsunami, so all those deaths resulted from the earthquake itself. They don't really have a very solid figure even to this day for that earthquake, but it does seem like it was at least over 200,000. This earthquake, the one in 2023, that's the one that I'll just show it again. Turkey olive grove earthquake. Excuse me. That's the one that caused this Mount of Olives. It's a similar mountain, quote unquote, or hill, like in Jerusalem, where there was an olive grove, just like the Mount of Olives. That's why it's called the Mount of Olives. And it split into two. In a biblical way, it's split into two. So that's what happened last year. And I'm taking that as a warning and a sign. And it was just a little bit north. I mean, not a little bit north, but it was directly north of Israel, in the southern part of Turkey. Kenneth Barbier says orbs in Europe, in the States. Crochet Mama, I like Max Velocity and Ryan Hall both. Mitch Weather is good too. I guess I'm kind of partial toward Max Velocity because when I started watching these type of YouTube channels, whenever there's storms nearby, he was the first one that I came across, and so I don't know, I just like him. But I like the other ones too. Teresa Lane, hello from Virginia. Tyson Price, people in California are probably listening to the song I Feel the Earth Move Under My Feet. Wink. Teresa Lane, waving. Danielle Bullock, looks like they just canceled the tsunami warning. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let me just take one last look at X. I doubt anything would have changed. It doesn't sound like there was really any damage on land as a result of the earthquake. There's a video on open source intel of people standing on a high place. It's they're standing at the edge of a cliff looking at the ocean. So Mario Nafal is saying that, the tsunami warning has been canceled for all these different areas, but do not return to hazard zones until cleared by local officials. Okay. Yeah, it looks like that's it. So, well, I mean, this was fun. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. I do have another live stream that I'm going to do on New Year's Eve. I do that every year where I just like review everything that I've noted that's taken place during the year. I always enjoy doing that. But probably this year, especially this year has just been full of just crazy things. So, and I'll take this opportunity, follow me on Instagram, please. I'm trying to build that up. This is a good place to find a lot of the quotes that I have on my spreadsheets, just in Instagram form. I also do, content for my personal life and just additional things. And then I have these story highlights right here by category, which also have quotes like New Jerusalem, Millennium, Rising Generation, stuff like that. So you click on this and it's going to take time for me to build these up, but I'm, doing it little by little. So just another way to find quotes. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad that the tsunami warning was canceled. But I think we should always pay attention whenever there is a warning, and then just, pray for the best, prepare for the worst. All right.